Grace to you all. You're welcome back to our YouTube channel,
The Justified Nation. We welcome you all back to our channel. It's been a while and we want to apologize for not posting videos in the past few weeks. It's just because we're trying to balance ourselves. However, we're back again with a very amazing episode. A transforming one. I mean a transforming one. You want to stay till the very end. Don't go anywhere. Relax and watch. God bless you. So today we are talking about how my 19-year-old sister sent my husband packing. Sent my husband packing. I know that you're thinking, how did it happen? What happened? Don't worry. That's why this video is here and that's why you're watching it. And should I watch the very end? Alright, so today we're going to go into what we have without wasting any time. Alright, so can you introduce yourself?
My name is Eunice Adekunle and I'm a sister and also is my brother.
yeah, she's my sister and that's her brother. Yeah, so
19-year-old sister.
Yeah, I'm guilty as charged.
No, not you. Like you're 19-year-old.
That time when I was 19.
Guilty as charged. Yeah. All right. So, what would you say happened? I want us to go to be direct as we can. And I still want it to be more explicit. You get what I mean? So, what happened between you and him? What triggered the whole thing? Just give us the background story.
So, I remember that my younger brother called me one day and he talked about how some people were not giving him time. They were not allowing him to have what is called freedom. Let me put it that way, yeah. So, he wanted freedom, but then they were always in a space almost every time. So, I saw it as a way of maybe they were trying to, because he was younger and they were trying to what's the word?
Outsmart him,
outsmart him, and yeah, exactly, take advantage of him, exactly. And I thought, since I'm his elder brother, let me come into the picture elder sister, let me come into the picture and fight for him. That was what was on my mind, which is very wrong. So I told him that what does he think we can do? And I remember that I was like, oh, don't worry, it's just gonna be settled and all. Well, I took it upon myself and I said, no, I'm going to travel down from my school, because I was still an undergraduate back then. I was 19 years old. I was in Damilare University of Education and I traveled from Ijebu-Ode to Ogbomoso. Guys,
what was your brother doing in Ogbomoso?
Yeah, my younger brother was in school. He was in 100 level. He just entered Lautech actually. So he was studying and I felt, okay, if I can travel from Ijebu-Ode to Ogbomoso, I can help him out and handle the case with everything that happened. Then I was like, oh, boss madam, anybody like
Jagaban.
I was not this friendly. I was not very friendly like this. I was strict. I was stubborn. I don't know, many words like that. I was rude. You can't talk to me anyhow. I was gonna give you back. Like I didn't have God in. Or maybe let me explain this very well. I grew up in a Christian home, but then there was this bit of stubbornness in me. So it was a lot actually at that time.
All right, thank you for the background story. Okay, so it triggered the way you reacted to the whole situation. Like back then,
I was 19, but then I experienced a huge breakup.
Guys, English breakfast or Italian breakfast?
English breakfast.
Only variety, only
seriously. Like, I experienced a breakup that I don't know.
The heart was shattered.
My heart was like this, broken. Like,
watch the channel.
Honestly, it was broken. You're gonna watch it on my channel, which I will still share. It was a huge one, and I felt if my brother is experiencing it, and he was telling me that the people that were showing him everything they were guys. I'm like, okay, the guy that attacked me too, this one, let me go and get like a revenge. So I already had this mindset of any guy that comes my way, I was gonna show him Pepe. Let me use that Nigerian English for you guys. So that was what happened actually. Not like I really planned to do or hurt anyone, but then it was something that came from the part of pain or from the place of pain. Yes.
And hurt. Beloved, so tell us what happened like between you and her when she was 19. Yeah, tell us.
Oh, right.
Guys.
It's a tough one.
Out of.
I mean, I'd never dealt with, or I'd never had the boldness to confront anyone before, especially women or ladies per se. And when I had to confront this woman when she was 19, it was a really tough one for me. Just more like as though I should enter the ground. I should just run away. Because one thing I was actually battling with then was I'm not this guy that like confrontation. I don't like to confront people, but I don't like you confronting me. And so I just try as much as possible to maintain peace with all men. The Bible says, be at peace with everyone. Follow peace with all men. So that is my principle. So I don't want wahala for my life. Day your day, make I day my day. So, but when this was going to happen, I mean, it was a difficult one.
Did you see it coming? Sorry.
Why would I? No. Never saw it coming. Never saw it coming. I just remember that, Temi said his sister is around and she would love to see me. I was actually happy because I had met the firstborn, and so I was going to meet the secondborn also. I was like, that's going to be a good thing if your sister is coming, and I never knew it was for war. If I knew it was for war,
if you want to know the story, sorry babe. If you want to know the story of Temi, and how me and him met and all, it's in our previous video.
Yeah.
Do well to go back to watch. It's going to bless you. All right, so continue, sir.
So I never expected it to be what I experienced. I mean, when you are happy, you're so joyful to meet someone new, and that happiness. But someone like as though when you carry balloon and you just puncture it, that was how it exploded on my face.
Yeah.
And I remember we sat down, and more like as though I was at an interview. All of those panel of judges, their faces always hard, very straight, talking like a boss. And then she was talking, she was doing the old talking, and I could not even say a word. I could not even say, look at her face. Because from the very first moment I entered the room, and then I saw her countenance, this is not smiling. So I knew we are in for business.
Even though you don't know what the business is.
I don't know what the business is, but from the countenance, I know that this is not a laughing ground. From the countenance. Although her stature was not, obviously that big, and myself, I was not this big, but then seeing her and seeing her countenance and whole kind of gave me this first attack, and I just had to compose myself. She sat down, I sat down, and there goes the conversation.
Okay, alright. So, alright, back to you now. So, tell us what happened and everything till the conversation part.
Okay, so what I remember, because I remember vividly that I tried to ask people that I am going to Bomosho. Please tell me, how can I get there? Funny enough, I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell my dad. I tried explaining to my other sister. My other sister was not in Nigeria back then. So I called her. I remember that I called my sister that, my younger brother told me this and that. Somebody hurt him. He doesn't have his freedom in the university, something like that. And my other sister was like, it will be fine. It will be okay. Just leave him alone. She was trying to be calm. She's very calm. So I said, if you don't want to fight, I'm going to fight. That was what I told her. And I remember that she called somebody else, which was Sister Robert.
Yeah. She
called somebody else and she tried explaining to Sister Robert. So she called Sister Robert and she explained everything to Sister Robert. And Sister Robert was like, I'm going to try to talk to the guys and they will know what they will do about it. Like, that was the solution. That one was already sorted out, but then I still saw it that I still had to do something about it. So I remember that I asked my landlady that, please, I'm going to Ogbomoso, how can I get there? I asked like 2 other people, just so I can be sure I don't miss my road. I was 19 years old. So when I got to Ogbomoso, I went to my brother's room, and I remembered that entering my brother's room, the room was quite dirty. And I told him that, Tio, we have to arrange this house. We have to arrange your room. We have to clean it up and everything. And if you are a student of Lautech, you will know how it is in Lautech. You can hire any work. Is it any work they call them? Any work. They call them any work. So you can hire them and they'll come and clean up the place for you. I was a rich babe. My dad was giving me money. Glory to God. I was relying on my dad's money, so thank God. My dad gave me money, I remembered, and that was also one of, I used the money for transport fare. I also used the money for paying any work to arrange part of the house for us, like the room and everything. So after cleaning and all, I remembered that, funny enough, I remember that we were trying to pack some of those guys' things because their properties, their belongings were already in the room, my brother's room. So we're trying to take them, pack most of them and take them outside of the room to the next room. There's another room outside in front of
Which, when you mean guys' things, like
my brother-in-law, my brother, I'll call him my brother, he's my brother, so I'll call him my brother. So I was trying to pack their things, pack it out to the other room because my younger brother had told me that there's another room that you guys were staying in front, right in front of his own room. So we were carrying it and putting it there and transporting and everything. So while we were doing it, this was another thing that triggered the anger. While we were doing it, I didn't know that there was a guy inside that room and my brother was inside while I was outside. So the guy shouted, "Temi," that's my brother's name. "Temi, why are you packing our things? Why are you bringing these things to this room?" And my brother was, now, because of the way the guy shouted at him, was maybe scared or so. So he was like, "Oh, my sister is here, we're packing it together." And then I think I peeped in and I'm like, "I'm here, we're packing it together." Like, I just gave him this side eyes that, "What do you want to do for my brother?" I just gave him this side eyes that, "Do you want to do anything for my brother? I'm here for him." Funny enough, I was not, this one I'm even fat to an extent, but if you had seen my picture,
I'm going to look for a picture and post it.
Yeah, I'll just look for one. Like, it was not funny. And mute, we didn't say anything again. So we packed everything that was not for my brother. We packed it out of his room to the other room right in front of his room. Yeah, so after packing, we arranged this room. Like, we thoroughly arranged everything. And then I remembered that I told him that I wanted to see his friend, which is my sister's husband and my brother now. Right?
At least back then, you guys call me Abidamie.
Yeah, we called him Abidam. Then I don't think I know your name that time.
True.
I don't think so.
That's true.
Okay, so thank you. So after packing everything, so what happened next?
So hold on, just to say why my load was in Temi's room right back then. I just have a background story to it. Now, I have my hostel. My hostel was way far back in what's it called now, Okiafe. So it was quite a distance to school. And in that particular hostel, it's a block based on love hostel. I have 2 rooms before Temi's room. Now I have 2 rooms in different block that I can stay in. David's room and then Samson's room. So I used to shovel in between this room. We live like one big family. Sure, you get like one big family. So every one of us, wherever the night meet us, that's where we sleep.
Okay.
Wherever the night meet us, that's where we sleep. And even tell me to, because obviously he's with me, he's with us. You get, so we see him as our younger brother. All right, so we try as much as possible to take care of him. And for everything that the reason why we are doing that is because an instruction was given to us by mom and dad saying that help us take care of him.
Temi's mom and dad.
Yeah, help us take care of him. He's a young boy in school, like new to living living alone and campus life, of course. So he's not so used to all of those things. So we have to be there for him help him with school runs and all of those things. So that is why I had to stay with him, stay in his hostel, in his room in particular. So I have to deny myself going to my hostel, deny myself staying with my guys, and have to spend most of my time with him just to see that everything is done adequately well and is adequately being taken care of. So that is why you see my load in his room.
The real thing was, it wasn't that they were not taking care of Temi. They were, as teenagers and young people, we don't like being chastised. And it's even in the Bible that it's only who the father loves that he chastised. It's in the book of Hebrews. So it's who the father loves that he will chastise. Many of us don't like being chastised. So Temi felt that because they will say, stop sleeping too much, wash your clothes, wash your this, fetch water. It feels like they're stressing him. It feels like, why are they not allowing him live campus life?
And as he's the only male in the family.
Yeah, so back at home, he's like, he lives king life at home. Like, as if he wants to do, he would do. Do you get? So he felt being restricted. He felt that and they don't only tell him to do physical things. He has to go to fellowship. He has to go to prayer meetings on Tuesday. He has to go for family gatherings, Sunday service. No, many of us don't like it. But those things were just, God, it was just privileged to have people around him that could keep him in Christ. Many people go to school and maybe their parents have said, be a good girl. They don't end up having good people around them, and it affects their journey. So then he saw it as, these people should just leave me. They are just wicked. They are just this jiggers. So he felt that, what can he do about it? Though when she called me and she was like, she's going to, I said, don't go there. I was begging her for. She said, you are too gentle. What is this rubbish? She cut it. I was like, and I don't want to call my parents because I don't even want to stress them. I don't like stressing them. I was just like, whoa, do whatever you want to do. When she got there, she said, she has packed their things out. I'm like, hey, you don't know where we'll meet in future. Calm down, ask her. I was telling her. And I never had any idea that I went up in Damilare's house. No idea. I was just fighting that, we don't know who you don't, I don't even know the story that he has hostel. I just felt like he's just staying with him because he's taking care of him. I don't know anything about them. You get what I mean? So I was just like, you don't know where we'll meet in future. Calm down, don't fight. Can you go? I said, okay, of course someone that will talk to him. She said, no, they can't talk to him. That she will handle it. I said, calm down. You don't know where we'll meet in future. Later, they switch off their phones. I couldn't even talk to them again. I was panicking while I was out. But later, I just moved my mind that I cannot die. Anyhow they do it, it is well. So, that was what I know. So, as children of God, don't see chastisement as hate. Let me just say that. We're still going to talk about the lessons we all learned in the story. But before then, keep that in your mind. When they chastise you, they don't hate you. They love you so much. Alright, so now when you pack the load finish, when you pack my husband's loads, only God. Only God. So when you packed his stuff out, and you did all those things, a part of you, did you feel guilty? How did you feel?
Did I feel bad?
And tell us what happened after you packed the load.
Okay, so my sister said something which I want to just say before I continue. She said, it's people that loves you that chastise you, right? That's what you said. So I think that let it come in a way of love. Don't just chastise the person in a harsh way. Do you understand? Do it in a way of love.
I object.
Wow.
Because you know that I cannot chastise you with love. Which love are you loving you that are doing the wrong thing?
No, wait. Even if you are doing the wrong thing, there's a way you can correct me, but don't correct me in a way that it will be offensive. Do you understand? I don't know if that's, but
yeah. But in respect to Temi's matter now, it was not more like a harsh correction.
Temi was just in it as stress.
I never see a time or remember a time that I scolded him.
No, I was not even talking about Temi. I'm just talking
okay,
about
generally,
generalizing it. Yeah, for people out there, I'm just saying it.
It could be anyhow they chastise is because they love you. They are looking for
Yeah,
people be rubbing hand on your
you.
head.
No, I'm not saying that you rub the hand on your
That's
head.
on you.
No, I'm not saying you rub hand on your head.
Let me be a balance to this, alright? I definitely understand her and understand my wife at the same time. When you chastise, obviously we have to chastise in love because we need to make them understand that this is the reason why I'm doing this for you. Alright, it's not because I hate you. At least when our parents would discipline us, they are disciplining us from the perception of love and not wanting us to become something else entirely. Alright, they are trying to align us to what God's intention is for us and for our life. If you chastise someone out of annoyance with hatred in your heart, I mean, the message is not being passed.
Exactly.
And then you will not be what you are trying to correct the person from doing, the person will just keep doing it. But when they are able to see a picture of love in your chastisement, we have times where we are being chastised and then they still come to us and make us understand this is the reason why I'm doing this for you. This is the reason why I had to discipline you. I can never forget so many disciplines I've received in my life from my parents. All right, and I can remember the things that happened afterwards because, of course, they had to let me know this is the reason why they are doing this to me. And so that's it.
All right, so we're already going into another topic. I think we really need to talk about this chastising in love because Emma Bomoje, why is supposed to raise? But okay, no problem. We're going to do another video on this topic, okay?
Yeah, well.
We're going to do another video on this topic. So those of you that are waiting for them to chastise in love, just change. I'll be doing the right thing. Thanks and God bless you. So tell us what happened after you packed his load out and yeah.
Okay, so you said how did I feel? If I felt guilty. Hey guys, I don't think so. Sorry.
in that minute.
No, at all. At that point, I did not. Yeah, like throughout, even after I left my brother's school, I just thought what was on my mind was I went there. Justice was
justice for Temi.
Justice for my brother and Abiodun. That kind of thing. That was what was on my mind. So there was no I do not like the way I talked to him. No. It was later, years after, when the Lord started working on my heart. That the Holy Spirit now reminded me.
We're going to talk about that. Okay, so tell us what happened after you packed his load out. What was your next thing?
I didn't really do anything much, but then I think it stopped the guys from coming. I think so. So they did not even, for example, like I came there, I should be friends with them, but I was not their friend. We were just lonely inside the house. Just two of us, me and my brother. We would go out sometimes, come back, do so many other things. But then there was no, and I don't know, at that time too, I was not the person I was not friendship, I was not this one that I always want to have friends, and I was not that type of person. So it was fine by me to that time. So,
yeah, like what happened after?
Nothing
Do you
really.
get what I'm saying? Like when you summoned him, how do you that when you were talking, when you say
I forgot. Sorry. I can't forget that part. So after we packed their things, we packed everything from the room. I remembered that I said, I don't know how I said it, but I think I told my younger brother that I needed to see them so that after I leave, there will not be any more relationship or there will not be any restriction or anything for my brother again. I was just fighting for my brother actually. So he told me that it's brother Damilare, which was Abidamie. We call him Abidamie then. Was gonna come. So he came that night. I remember that he came that night. And I sat down on the bed. I can't forget, guys. I sat down. Was it on the bed?
On the chair.
On the chair, right? I sat down on the chair. Let's say this is the room now. I sat down on this chair and he sat right in front of me, right? And I think my brother was standing not far from us. So guys, just watch us as we replay 2019 scene. Don't forget, I was just 19 years old.
I was not there, so I want you to get that.
Yeah, my side doesn't know what happened. So I just sat down like this on a chair, and my brother-in-law sat right in front of me, just like this. And I was like, sir.
Action.
I tried, okay. So I said, this was how I sat down. I sat down like a boss.
Steady.
Yeah, I was like, my name is Eunice, and my brother has complained a lot about me, and I would like you to move out, and I've already even packed some of your things.
I can see that.
Yeah, and please, you have to. Even when I leave this place, I don't want you to come inside again. I don't want other people to come. The boys that are coming to sleep over, I don't want them to come here again. Never again. Is that understood? Thank you very much. So it's better. You guys, I'm trying to be friendly now. That day I was not friendly. I was not laughing. I was very serious. I'm not joking. I was very serious.
I actually remember very well. I was very, very sober. In a way, I was scared because of the countenance again, and I mean, the expression and the whole thing. And I remember I was really, really shaking, and then I had to apologize. I had to say, this is my intention. I never meant for all of this to happen. I really apologize, because one of the things I'm trying to avoid is for it to escalate to mom and dad, and for them to call, or perhaps, I don't know her, with that kind of confidence, she could call the police. And I don't want any wahala for my life. So I had to apologize and just move. And I told her that never again. I will not be here. They will not see me in his space. I'm just going to be on my own.
What was Temi that doing?
Nobody. Temi was just there on the bed. He was just there on the bed.
Actually, let me say this. My younger brother had told me not to call you.
Right.
He said that we should just end it there, since I already packed the things and that's all. But I kept on insisting on the fact that even when I leave, what's going to happen? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that was why I insisted on I have to call him. So calling him, Theo was not satisfied. Temi was not okay with it. So he just sat down there and was like, are you okay? Are you fine now that I have called him? Are you fine now? That was what I'm sure maybe that was what was on his mind.
I mean, that was the last day it seemed I saw Temi. That was the last time I ever talked to him. Not like as though I was keeping malice with him, obviously not, but trying to respect the instruction that has been given.
See you, bye. And I see
In fact, I wouldn't know that she was 19, because if you had seen her, the countenance, the expression, the demeanor that she brought, you would think that, oh, she's the firstborn and she's the boss. You understand? Like, that was the mindset I had back then. So I had to respect everything that she had said. So I mean, that was it.
It was a lot, honestly, trust me, because I remembered that even when you left, I was like, thank God, I've told him now, he's not gonna come again. Whereas I forgot that I'm not gonna be there with my brother for life. Like, I will not be there, which is I don't know what to say. But then even thinking I'm playing, like trying to play it again now, I want to cry, because that was a very bad thing for me to have done at that time. The breakup I was experiencing should not be a reflection of who I was. Do you understand? Should not be on. Maybe that's why that boy. No, he didn't break my heart. I've said it before. I'm not that breaks that.
Is it because
So that was what happened actually, and I was talking about the breakup. That breakup, when I share the story, you guys will know why it was really painful.
And why you acted the way you did.
Yeah, why I acted the way I did. So you cannot blame me. I think it's just for people out there also. Like, if you are going through pain or somebody must have hurt you, just try not to hurt the other person or hurt other people.
I think that the cocoa is heal from your pain, whatever it is, heal.
Yeah.
Like, I will not. Many people have gone through breakup. You will not be the first, and you will not be the last.
I was 19.
So well, that was the best way she believed she could have handled it, to pass the aggression on other guys.
Yeah. So when you packed those things and you did that drama, what happened with you and Temi? And when you were going back, what happened? Like, you just went back to Ijebu. What happened?
Seriously, I can't really remember. But I remember that I told him to try as much as possible to be fine, be okay, that I'm sure they're not going to come and disturb him and all. I just tried to encourage him. Do you understand? He was still my younger brother also. So I just encouraged him, and that was all. I think I just traveled. I left. I And I was checking up on him definitely.
But were you there to take care of him?
Which is, I was not. Which is very true. I think that one thing I'm missing at this point is the way I saw it was not the way Temi even saw it. Do you get?
Yeah.
Temi just explained something to me. He didn't know I was going to carry it on my head like that. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not Temi's fault. It was, I don't know if I would say it was my fault, but then
Okay,
I was
respecting fault.
it's not my fault.
Now come carry you from the jungle.
Like, I was like, wow. Like,
Wait.
Tio?
Wait, how many hours was that journey?
I think was it 5 hours or so.
You were not even scared. It's the God for me.
It's the when I was going, I was reading Psalm in the Bible. I don't know God like that back then. No, like I usually hear God. God speaks to me, but I was not as serious as I am with God now at that time. So I was after. It's my brother I'm going for. I'll be fine. I'll be good. Whereas I know deep down, if something happened to this 19-year-old girl.
God have mercy.
But really, it's a very interesting and I don't know the words to use. It's a very interesting and a serious one, honestly, because it boils down in how you actually deal with people.
Yeah.
How you actually deal with people. All right, so we're going to stop here for this video today. I know that you've enjoyed it. All right, so I'm sure that you've enjoyed the story, and don't just enjoy it. Learn from it. Like, learn from it. There is a whole lot to learn, and I would like that you share what you learned in the comment section, please. And we'll be excited and happy to read the comments, because we've still got a lot of things to share with you guys. And we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. See you. God bless you. We love you.
Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.